Newly re-elected Governor Pete Ricketts delivers his first State of the State address of his second term this morning to the Nebraska legislature to highlight his priorities for 2019. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Governor Pete Ricketts called on lawmakers Tuesday to approve a new property tax package and boost funding for Nebraska's prison system in the face of a looming state deadline to reduce overcrowding. Ricketts unveiled the plans in his annual State of the State address. The governor says goals this year include expanding the Lincoln Correctional Center, increasing the state funding for K-12 public schools and the University of Nebraska system, and working on expanding Medicaid under the federal health care law following voter approval in the November general election. But the heart of this year's State of the State address focused on what many Nebraskans have been vocal about during the last year.
Property tax relief is the #1 priority Nebraskans want as I travel the state. And many of you have shared similar stories with me from your districts. I have 3 property tax relief proposals. First, my budget provides $51 million in new direct property tax relief through the Property Tax Credit Relief Fund each year. Second, Senator Lindstrom and I are recommending that we establish a statutory floor of $275 million for the Property Tax Credit Relief Fund. And third, Senator Linehan and I are proposing to establish a 3% cap on property taxes levied by local governments.
Ricketts was in Scottsbluff this afternoon to redeliver his State of the State address, and we'll have more on that during tomorrow's newscast. Well, a tragic accident in Box Butte County Monday evening has claimed the life of a 6-year-old girl. The Nebraska State Patrol says Alyssa Mazonik died from injuries in a car semi-collision on Highway 385 north of Alliance. The girl's mother was attempting to make a left-hand turn and was struck by a semi that attempted to pass the car, causing the vehicle to roll and threw the girl from the car. Investigators say the girl was not wearing a seatbelt at the time of the crash. Hemingford School Superintendent Charles Isom says that grief counselors were on site at district schools this morning. And Gering police say no new information stemming from an early morning shooting that took place on January 4th. 24-year-old Josh Couts was shot in the abdomen by an unknown gunman who pounded on the door of his 3rd Street home and shouted, "Where's the money?" Witnesses say they saw up to 3 Hispanic males run from the house afterwards. A search of the home revealed a large amount of cocaine, firearms, and ammunition, and that reportedly belonged to 24-year-old Isaac Palomo, who was arrested shortly afterwards, but is not to believe have been part of the shooting. Couch was transported to Regional West with non-life-threatening injuries. The investigation continues. Well, coming up after the break, Bill Boyer will be in with his comprehensive weather forecast. Stick around. KNEB.TV News will be back right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we understand that you have a busy life, and that means you don't always have time to come to the bank. That's why we offer user-friendly online and mobile banking with features such as iPay, recurring transfers, and mobile deposit. So you can bank how you want, when you want to. Whether you prefer to bank in person, over the phone, or online, Platte Valley Bank makes it easy to take care of your finances.
No matter what job I've got to do, my John Deere 5E tractor will do it all. Whether I'm cutting, moving feed, or building a fence. Using my 5E means my work gets done faster at a price I can afford, and that works for me.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Pool together all your money with a friend and invest in 2 Arby's French dip and Swiss sandwiches for just $6. It's the perfect get-rich-quick on sandwiches scenario. Arby's, we have the meats.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Well, we're looking at skies that are going to be cloudy as we go later on in the evening. We'll start out with mostly clear skies, really not a bad evening before we get to some clouds in here tomorrow. And that's really the only downside to tomorrow is we're going to have more clouds in here than what we had today. So clouds are going to be on the increase. Changes are still coming late Thursday into Friday when we expect some accumulating snows. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but certainly colder conditions Friday and on into Saturday. Not yesterday, we hit 51 after a morning low of 9. Nothing in the rain gauge, still about a third of what we should have, or a quarter actually what we should have so far by this time of year. 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. We're heading below normal, it looks like, here in our region. Normal to below normal in the 6 to 10 day period. So we're trending cooler and wetter as well. Take a look here at our region with above normal precip chances, especially off to the north here, up into South Dakota and even portions of Nebraska, with better chances than a wetter 6 to 10 day period than a drier 6 to 10 day period. Tomorrow, really not a bad day, but we're getting on the bus. It'll be 26, on the way home 46, and clouds are going to be with us tomorrow through the majority of the day. Not much in the way of clouds right now. We have 31 in Salina, 30 in Laramie. Look at Rock Springs, Riverton, a 13 and 12 degree reading out there. Nice here in our area though, 37 Bridgeport, 33 up in Gordon, 41 both Torrington and LaGrange. Winds out of the north-northeast, under 10 miles an hour everywhere, so we don't have much to worry about in terms of wind chills right now. So snowfall, we told you we could be seeing some accumulating snow with this storm system. This is what we expect as of right now. This is early model indications, but a light snow accumulation is possible up to some more moderate amounts as you get more to the north and heavier amounts obviously in the high country, and also a bullseye here to our south and east where we could be seeing some heavier snowfall amounts. Again, this is early, but this will mainly fall Thursday night and especially during the day Friday before snow showers move out. So it's not going to be, I think, a huge snowfall producer in terms of total snow, but we certainly could be dealing with some accumulating snow here across the region. Until then, we're going to be dealing with the clouds here. They come in from the north and east as that system brings clouds into the area, and we're going to be dealing with cloudy skies overnight. That's going to keep temperatures up a little bit from where they've been the last few nights, with temperatures tonight into the upper 20s and low 30s across the region. 29 in Torrington, 30 tonight in Albin, 23 up in Alliance. Tomorrow, clouds are with us for a big part of the day. An off or on snow shower or flurry possible briefly. Those are going to be few and far between. I certainly think there's going to be better chances that we don't get wet than what we do. And then later on tomorrow, some winds are going to increase as we get towards Thursday morning. Some gusty winds possible in here. Otherwise, skies are going to clear out as we go through later on in the day tomorrow. High temperatures cooler than today in the mid and upper 40s across the area. Coolest readings right around Alliance, Dalton at 43, 47 in Torrington and Harrisburg, so 43 to 47 probably the range for tomorrow. Clouds increasing, especially after midnight tonight. Lows around 22. Tomorrow it's going to be a gloomy kind of a day. Cloudy, overcast skies throughout the day and highs in the upper 40s. And our 7-day forecast brings some late day rain and snow showers Thursday. Increasing chance of snow showers on Friday. Right now, snow showers are likely with highs only in the 30s. Could warm up to near 40 on Saturday and into the 50s Sunday. So a quick and nice rebound, only to drop things back with another storm system coming in late Sunday into Monday with temps back into the 40s and then 30s on Tuesday. And it looks like that's the first of a couple of frontal systems we'll have next week, bringing us even colder air by the end of next week.
You never know when you'll need an extra French dip in Swiss. It could get lost in the car or eaten by a confused stranger. Stuff happens to sandwiches. That's why Arby's made you 2 French dip and Swiss sandwiches for just $6. For only $6, you'll always have a spare French dip and Swiss until you eat it. You'll never have to be afraid. Arby's, we have the meats.
Who is Hydrotex? Hydrotex manufactures and distributes high-performance lubricants and fuel improvers. We've been helping customers improve their operations for over 80 years with products made in the USA. We sell directly to customers and cut out the middleman and offer excellent service and value. Our products last longer and work better so that you spend less time maintaining equipment and more time making money. Whether you're in a factory, farm, fleet, or food processing facility, Hydrotex can help you. Visit hydrotexoil.com or call 308-635-8162.
The leaves are turning and the temperatures are cooling, so it's time to come harvest the deals at the Viera Wireless Fall Savings Sale. Right now, get your family high-speed, truly unlimited mobile data for just $35 per line with 4 lines. Prices have never been lower for unlimited data. Plus, trade in your current phone and get up to $500 off the latest iPhone and Samsung models. Those are incredible savings on the most popular and advanced smartphones. Don't miss out on our Fall Savings Sale. Hurry into Viera today.
Welcome back. Scottsbluff County Attorney Dave Eubanks has dropped charges against the owners of a Scottsbluff store that sold CBD to a police officer last month. Court records show a charge of distribution of a controlled substance and possession of a controlled substance against Heather Begwin and Drayson Begwin were dismissed without prejudice at the request of Eubanks. The pair had been arrested on December 14th after Scottsbluff police purchased CBD from them at their newly opened business, KB Natural Alternatives. Eubanks told KNB News that he is in agreement with Douglas County Attorney Don Klein's position on the matter, adding that the classification of CBD as a controlled substance is a problem and the legislature needs to fix it. Well, delays in the renovations of the Scottsbluff National Monuments Visitor Center will depend on how long the partial federal shutdown lasts. Construction has already been pushed back from January 7th to January 22nd, and contract manager Royce Rentz says interior work will be a little delayed, but believes that they will be able to maintain most of the original schedule. The entire $3.3 million project is slated to take anywhere from 9 to 12 months for completion. And the Nebraska Tourism Office has started its first campaign of 2019 by promoting the hundreds of thousands of sandhill cranes that migrate to the Platte River Valley. Print and television ads will run until March in cities in Colorado, South Dakota, and Kansas. Tourism Commission Executive Director John Rick says the migration draws tourists from around the world. Tourism office staff and animal experts will be traveling to Denver this week to promote the cranes. Well, straight ahead, Chabella Guzman will be in with a check-in on Ag News. She'll be back with that right after this on KNEB.TV News. Buyers Realty has been helping people in the community find their dream home since 1994. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, our friendly staff will put in the work to help you reach the finish line. We also do property management for buildings in Scottsbluff, Gering, and beyond. You can find an extensive list of our properties by visiting our website at callbuyersrealty.com. Or you can visit our Scottsbluff offices on Avenue B, right next to Bumper to Bumper. Panhandle's best, Buyers Realty. Community strong, community proud, we have what you're looking for.
Think a utility vehicle should do more than take you places? So does Kubota. That's why our all-new Sidekick is built to do it all. Climb more. Tow more. Go more. Cross over to more today. Take your Kubota Sidekick home with no money down and 0% financing for 36 months.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
This is KNEB.TV Ag News from the Western Hearing Clinic Ag Desk. Western Hearing Clinic, the Panhandle's choice for better hearing, helping you hear what matters most.
There are many issues facing wheat growers this year, and Gordon Stoner, past president of the National Association of Wheat Growers, gives us an update of what lays ahead for wheat producers, including the Farm Bill.
While this Farm Bill was evolutionary, not not a revolution as the last one. There were lots of changes to be made in that. And we made improvements. We didn't get everything we asked for, but pretty happy with the product. I think first and foremost, we were able to protect crop insurance. There are some directions coming with the Farm Bill, some further improvements, so we continue to work on that.
Stoner says the Wheat Growers Association would have liked to see more with the ARC and PLC programs, but they are satisfied with what the bill holds. Wheat producers are also facing declining wheat acres this year. Stoner agrees there are declines of wheat acres with some possible exceptions.
We may, in my estimation, see wheat acres increase some on the western Corn Belt soybean areas. I look at, say, eastern North Dakota. With the inability to move soybeans with the present trade environment, it would not surprise me to see spring wheat acres rise there. But overall, the trend continues down.
That's Gordon Stoner discussing some issues for wheat growers. I'm Chabella Guzman for KNEB.TV News.
Regional West is one of 3 Level 2 trauma centers in Nebraska.
We have all the resources here 24 hours a day to address any traumatic injury.
From emergency medical services to advanced medical imaging and surgery to acute care and rehabilitation.
It's comforting to know that if an accident happens here, our families, our friends, our neighbors, and even we ourselves will get expert trauma care and rehabilitation services right here at Regional West.
It's a friendly town, that's for sure. Not too big, not too small. Seems like everybody knows your name.
We stick together through thick and thin. That's the way it's always been. 'Cause where we live is still our claim to fame. We love this town, this grand old town. There's not another
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
It is never too early to start planning for retirement, and working with an experienced financial advisor can put you on the right path.
At Platte Valley Investment Center, our team of financial advisors will work with you every step of the way to maximize your retirement income.
Call me, Jody Rosiska, or Rick Morehouse, financial advisors, to set up your free, no-obligation consultation.
Raymond James Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Life well planned.
And finally tonight, the Scottsbluff Public School System has adopted an extended version of the Standard Response Protocol for Student Safety, which adds another category of school actions in case of an emergency. Starting with this new semester, the new category, hold, is being used to indicate when students will remain in the classrooms, with teachers closing and locking the doors, but conducting business as usual. Superintendent Rick Miles says the expanded category was rolled out by the I Love You Guys Foundation, and that means that there won't be kids in the hallways or going to or from the school, giving school officials time to determine if additional response is necessary.
There may be an overlap. There may be times where we might decide that the best alternative would be to go into a lockout and go on hold. So we'd be letting nobody into the building. All exterior doors would be locked, but we'd also be having classes stay in their classroom rather than be out in the halls and out and about.
Miles tells KNB News that the response category has been discussed with local law enforcement officials and could be used in a variety of circumstances near a school, such as reports of shots fired, a nearby robbery, or any situation where violence has been reported. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you here next time.